Hey y'all, welcome back. This is Tess again. We've ridden her a few times. Last time we worked on getting her to kind of get soft at the pole and not quite so far back. We're still working on that. We're still working on pretty much everything. She's kind of had some time off. I rode her once last week when I got back, and unfortunately didn't have any camera time, or I just didn't have any of my stuff set up. So we're kind of back with her, try to get this a little more level, and so we're gonna plan A. I wanted to talk about her softening to the rein and staying where I put her. I love it when a horse is nice and solid to come up either on the fence or the mounting block. I want them comfortable here and to kind of know their job. Definitely a warm, sunny Arizona day. When I reach for her, she reaches for me, but you can see how she kind of lowers her head there. So I'm going to try to ride her forward and just pick her head up there a little bit as I ride her forward. Whoops. Nice, that didn't bother her. I don't want her low there. I want her to pick her head up there like that. So we just work on it. Gradually we hold it more. When I have her loose, she's entitled to kind of be down there. But when I reach for her, I want her to reach for me. If my hands were low, then we'd ride her low, but I don't want her that low. She's a little downhill. I want her to pick her head up. And on these circles, try to get a little bit further away. Last time we had some cones, which is kind of easier to see. But maybe we'll find this pile of manure here might work pretty good. So we'll use that as our centerpiece. I recommend a lot of times people get a centerpiece. It can be a rock, but something that's easy to pick out. So see there, she's way over here on the circle. And right about there is where my circle is. And when I fix and release, I want her to stay on that circle. If she cuts in and I get her soft, I don't want her to keep cutting in, so she's going to run into that outside leg there a little bit. She needs to stay between the line. And I have a hind end and a front end. So if I had to and she didn't move over, if the shoulder kept going out there, I might slow the hind end down and move the front end there and say, hey, get over there. This is front end here. When my leg comes up here by the shoulder, that's front end. But we fix and release. And then I want her to carry that flexion, fix and release, not snap back straight. Not speed up, not get low. There, fix and release, fix and release, till she can hold it. There, 2, 3, then I'll change. Now I don't have a mark here that's quite as prevalent, but she's too far out here from my line. Now she's coming into center. Now she's too close. Now she's too far out. Get off that outside leg. If I have to leg yield her in so she believes in my leg, again, it's a series of corrections, but I'm always working on those basics. I don't want her out here. I want her following that flexion. Not too low right now. I'm going to pick her up. There. She can hold that. No. Fix and release. I'm not holding her in position. She needs to learn to take responsibility and, like a radar, stay on that line. She's kind of all over the line a lot of times. There. She stays on it. Good. And we'll change to our right flexion. She's not shaping the rib cage, so we'll come in with that right leg and push her ribs over. kind of asking her hind to drive up under there. Not too close. Alright. And I'll try to fix it when I'm ready to change here to see if it'll carry. But it snaps right back. Maybe the dog, doesn't matter. Some of those distractions are nice little distractions, but she can learn to stay between my hands. When she cuts in and I come in with both reins there, she needs to get a soft feel. And I fix and release. You don't need to be over there. We're over here. We're over here. This is where our focus should be. And for some people, if they're too bracy there, maybe you just have, if they're too far to the left, make a sharper right-hand turn. Fix and release. She's not on my line with her head. She's not on her line. There. Nope. Just keep fixing until she can find it and carry it there. There's pretty good. Now she's coming off. Fix. Good. Carries. We'll switch around the barrel. I'm going to do a little bigger circle, which is less flexion. So theoretically, should be easier. She's crowding in here, so I'm coming in with my inside leg a little bit. Crowding in there. I want a soft feel there. There. Fixing, crowding in there. There, she's carrying it nice. Let's see if she can come around this final turn. There you go. And I twist my legs the other way. She's starting, but she's a hair off. I want to see how little I can do. Draw that rein. There you go. Good. Not there. There. And a lot of times, walking a circle round and united should be a fairly basic thing. But I don't see people truly work on it enough to where they get their horse good to walk a circle. A lot of times in horses, everybody's trying to go more advanced and do all the fancy stuff. I guess it happens some in every sport, but true professionals don't always practice nonstop the 3-2-1 half court shot. Same with good horsemen. They practice basics a lot. Good. And when we come through, now we might take and push our hindquarters off our right leg so that the butt faces the barrel there. Don't keep moving your shoulder. So when she started moving her shoulder out, my hand started to open. I don't want her to pull that hand. So I took the hind to the right. We'll rock her back. We'll take the front, or hind to the left. We'll take the front to the right. 3/4 of a turn, so my left stirrup is even with this barrel. We'll walk on. Good, she's carrying it nice there. Fix and release. Just a little close there. I need a little more outside rein. Coil should be in my outside hand, which is what got in my way. Fix, release. There, she's, whoop. She's too, when I ask her to get off that leg, she should get off that leg. And if I have to move her over, I will. Now move that shoulder over. There you go. So I had to get pretty firm there. I don't like to get firm, but when my leg comes in here and I say, hey, quit stepping over there, there, got more subtle. She shouldn't just ignore my leg. There, it's carrying really nice and round, super nice and round. So I'm going to change here before she goes off course because that carried for quite a while. There, it's carrying nice. Good. Little fix there. Carry through to my line and we'll change. Let's see if she can, whoop. She's cutting in that circle so my inside leg came in just a little. Little trouble with that change of direction, but not too bad.